Hi guys, it's Jessica Taylor, and today I'm answering your guys' relationship questions. And if I sound like I can't breathe out of my nose, it's because I can't. Okay guys, so I went on Instagram and asked you guys to ask me questions about anything about relationships, whether that be just general advice, LDRs, or breakups, just anything under the sun, and you guys sent in a bunch of questions. So obviously I'm not a relationship expert, but I will try my best to give advice based on my experiences. Take what you want, leave what you want. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's get into it. So this question says, how to deal with a breakup after being in a long relationship? How do you deal with the change? So honestly, that is the hardest part, is the change, because you immediately go with being around one particular person all the time, sharing everything about yourself, about your life, about your day with one person. The change of that is going to be what hits you immediately, but little by little it gets easier. You get used to sleeping alone, you get used to doing things by yourself more, you get used to finding yourself more. No matter how long you were with that person, whether it was a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, anything, you have to remind yourself that you are an individual, and you were an individual before you're in a relationship. And you have to think that you were okay then and you're gonna be okay now, because eventually it won't feel like a change. You'll just have slowly changed, and you'll look back and be like, whoa, when did this happen? How am I doing better? So yeah, just be patient with yourself. So I really love this next question, and I feel like it's so important. They asked, how do you not get jealous of your partner's past? Some people call it a body count or whatever, like how many people your ex has slept with, or just, you know, how many exes they've had or whatever. It's not amazing to picture the person you're in a relationship with someone else, but what you have to remember is you were living a life before them, they were living life before you, but right now you guys are choosing to be together. So it would be stupid to get yourself upset and just be thinking about what they did before they had you, because right now they have you and you have them, and you don't want to ruin a good thing by thinking about the past. And also, the past is what led to you. Just be grateful now that you guys have each other, and work on that and work on the future, because worrying about the past ain't gonna get you anywhere. As my girlfriend would say, she'd say, it ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it feels fitting. And then I say back, it ain't no thing but a vegan chicken wing. I don't know. It's like the small things that just I love sometimes. So since telling you guys that I'm in a relationship now, there was a lot of questions about my new relationship, which I understand you guys are curious, and I will talk about that soon. I will answer a little bit of it because some of it actually pertains to relationship advice, but trust me guys, there will be a video with Deja eventually. There will be a video answering more questions and stuff, because I care to share my life with you guys. Like I really want to. Someone said, how are you able to love Deja while still dealing with the effects of the breakup? So that's actually a really good question. I wouldn't say that I'm fully dealing with the effects of the breakup all the time right now, because it's been like 7 months since we broke up. It depends how you think about it. It's a short time and it's a long time. Like, a lot can change in 7 months. Like, you can heal in different ways. Life changes a lot, but it's not like it's this far away event like from years ago, you know? I think it's kind of silly to think that you can't love someone until you're fully fixed. I personally think it's great to be able to love while you're still growing at the same time. We're human, and we know that we had relationships before each other, and we know that that still impacts us. And so having the ability to talk about it and share how we feel about it, or be like, you know, I'm feeling down about this, or I had a memory about this, being able to share that without jealousy is so amazing. And I feel really lucky for that. All right, so these two questions, I'm gonna put them up together because I feel like they go hand in hand. One person said, how did you know you were ready for a new relationship? And another person said, do you ever feel that this new relationship is too soon? I think the idea of a relationship being too soon is really an individual thing. Some people move on to a new relationship right away and they feel like that's best for them. Personally, I feel like it's really good to take time to heal and to take time to be independent for a little bit. So I was single, like I think almost 6 months before I was in a new relationship. And for some people that's like a long time. For some people are like, oh, you should wait longer than that. But for me, it was enough time by myself, trying to heal, trying to figure myself out. Like, that was a good amount of time for me. So there is no magic answer. It's when you feel okay enough. When you're looking for someone not to fix you, when you're looking for someone to be a great addition to you. So if you feel like you just got out of a relationship and you just need somebody, you need that comfort right away, maybe it's not a good idea. For me, it wasn't like this planned thing, I'm going to go find someone to be in a relationship right now. It just kind of happened. and I feel like it was at a place where I was ready for it. Most asked question was about LDRs. I'm currently in a long distance relationship. My girlfriend is in Pensacola, Florida for the time being because she's in the Navy. And I feel like there's a lot of people, at least nowadays, that are in long distance relationships, especially in the LGBT community, because let's face it, it's harder for gays to find gays. And we just happen to end up in LDRs a lot. A lot of people wanted to know, how do I spice things up with it? How do I make it work? Like, I'll pop a few of the different questions up here. The most important thing, I was just talking to my girlfriend about this, is making time for your partner. You're gonna have a life, they're gonna have a life, you might have different time zones, your schedules just might not always go together, and I don't wanna be the person that's like, if you care, you're gonna make time for someone, but it's kind of true. It's just showing that love from afar, because when you don't have someone physically there, you can't go home at the end of the day and hug them and kiss them and watch a movie with them or go out to dinner with them. Showing that you love them in different ways throughout the day is important. Whether it means calling them every day on your lunch break. That's something that me and Deja do. Every day at 12 o'clock, I know I'm FaceTiming her. Every single day. When I get off of work, I call her. Like we have a schedule in place, but obviously you don't want to be on the phone 24/7 because you should be present in your life with the people around you and your family, but it's important to make that time. And another big thing about LDRs, have a countdown. And sometimes it's unknown because you don't know when the next time you're gonna see them is, but celebrate things. Like, me and Deja have this board, she has a whiteboard, and I have this, like, the letter board thing, and so, like, I have a day countdown to how many days I get to see her. Like, right now, I think it's 16 days. And so, like, every night at midnight, if we were on FaceTime, we would change it together, and, you know, it's like a way to just look forward to it, you know? Another question that kind of goes with that is, how do you deal with missing/making time to see each other in an LDR? So obviously I just talked about making time to talk to each other through the day, but how do you deal with missing each other? There's something about being there in person with someone that you just can't completely replicate over the phone. I deal with it by telling myself that it's worth it, because the second you see them again, it's like, this is worth it. These days away, the phone calls are worth it the second you get to see them. I wanted to show you guys that because it's like that feeling of when you get to see them again is what makes it worth it for all the times that you don't get to see them. Okay guys, the LDR questions don't end here. A lot of you guys wanted to know, how do you deal with trust in an LDR relationship, because you're not there with someone and you can't tell what they're doing all the time. You can't creep in on their life. Are they cheating? Are they doing this or that? You can't be there all the time. You don't want to be like checking their location and being like a crazy girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. If you're feeling like that, talk to your person about it. Don't let it get like pent up inside of you and be like, oh, I'm worried, I'm jealous, I feel this way. The key to a healthy relationship is literally talking about things and also hearing your partner out. Listen to what they're saying so that they listen to what you're saying. I don't really know if that answers the trust question, but the only way to have trust in your partner is to be able to communicate with them. I hope that this doesn't come across like I think I have everything together, because I definitely don't, and I'm not a relationship expert. But I hope some of this advice resonated with you guys. Thank you so much for all of your questions. And thank you guys that just sent support and love in the inbox message thing too. And thank you guys so much for being so sweet. The fact that you guys have stuck with me through this and that you're happy for me and so genuinely happy for me. I say this all the time, but it means the fucking world to me. So for all of you guys that are wondering and feel like you just got this like snippet of like, hi guys, I'm in a relationship, and then I didn't show anything or do anything, and I know you guys were like, okay, now what? We want to know, because I've always shared so much of my life, and it makes complete sense. Like, you guys feel like you're invested in some way, which you are, because you guys have been here for a while. At least a lot of you guys have been. So I will share more. Trust the journey. I will see you guys soon. I will see you guys next week. I'm saying it now. If I don't do it, unsubscribe. All right, love you guys. Bye.